Hi, Pat Martins with Faith Lutheran Church, Jefferson City, Missouri, here for Man on a Mission. Welcome to a new year, Elder Zone 4, and I pray this will be a year for renewal for you that sees you step up your game in the mission arena. These last few years have really been challenging in our mission advancement here at Faith. Canceled trips and just a lot of uncertainty with travel and how to even do missions during the life of this pandemic. We're sure hoping 2022 is going to see a resurgence in our field mission activity, and we are close to finalizing some trip details here for this year. At least we are looking forward to offering various opportunities for you to be able to jump into. Now, I still have a few weeks left in summarizing some thoughts from Mark Batterson's book, Chase the Lion, which I've been walking you through for the last few months. I hope that the content to date is providing some valuable insight into your own life and bettering you for the mission experience. This week's emphasis is going to take a bit of a different focus, gearing towards stewardship. Let me first start by going back, though, and highlighting the theme for this book again. It's based off verse 20 in the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 23. Benaiah, son of Jehoiada, a valiant fighter from Kabzeel, performed great exploits. He struck down Moab's two mightiest warriors. He also went down into a pit on a snowy day and killed a lion. It's the back end of that verse that has been our primary focus. We can celebrate Benaiah's accomplishment in the pit with the lion because he came out of it alive. I'd say if he had not, we would not really have a story here in the Bible, probably, would we? And Batterson might not have a book, at least with this title. He actually has two books related to this verse. Benaiah showed great courage, but what was the courageous part of his encounter? Was it tangling with the lion in the pit? No, it was going into that pit in the first place that took the real courage. Once he's in the pit, the gloves are off and it's survival of the fittest. That's the mentality we need in the mission field, to be courageous enough to go into the pit. So I want to look at this section in another way, to look at it as being good stewards. When you think stewardship, the first thing that comes to mind is probably your giving, your financial tithe. And that is an important aspect of stewardship, to be sure. But our stewardship includes not just our treasure, but also our time and talents too. God has given you resources in all three areas, although we may overlook them sometimes. It's our duty to do the best we can with all three areas of stewardship where you are. We may think of tithing with our offerings, but are you tithing of your time? What about your talents? Are you tithing in all three areas of the stewardship leg? Being a good steward involves all three areas. God calls us to be obedient and put forth the effort with not just our treasure, but our time and our talents as well. A three-legged stool requires all three legs functioning to be effective. If one leg fails or is faulty, the whole stool fails or is unstable. It's this obedience on all three areas of stewardship that glorifies God. And we need to take all three of those efforts into the pit with us. That effort we put forth in all three of those areas is never in vain. It will not go for naught when the purpose is to bring glory to God. Every prayer will be answered, every sacrifice honored, every good deed rewarded, and every seed of faith will bear fruit. So take inventory of your finances, your time, and your talent, and be thinking about how you are bringing glory to God in all three of those areas this coming year. And then my final message is for you to drum up that courage to jump into the pit, or let's call it the lion's den. For you have to go into that den before you can fight the lion and be a man or a woman on a mission.